Hello everyone, this is Dr. Neeraj Khairwal. I'm working as head of R&D at L1X and today we are going to see how we can work on the L1X name service contract. So as a part of this contract, we'll be able to register the name, transfer the name, change the resolver, and in the same sense we'll be able to see the details of the name, say with respect to the owner, to get the resolver of a name and so forth. So the functionality of the name service is similar to a DNS where a website name is changed to a or say resolved to a IP address. In the same sense, here the name, the registered name will actually be resolved to some smart contact address or some other wallet address. Okay. We'll move on to the prerequisites. As a part of prerequisites, the very first thing is we need to have the environmental setup. Second thing is we are having three users in this scenario, Super, Eva and Emma, which have their own wallets with some non-zero balance. And finally, Super is the one that is deploying the contracts. Let us start with the installation process. So we'll simply follow the commands or the instructions that have been mentioned in this readme file. So we'll simply copy these commands and add it onto the command prompt. So here we have made this directory naming service and we have moved to this directory. Next step is types dependency. We'll initiate a new cargo project for this. We'll be following the same process that we have been doing as such for the L1X smart contracts, compilation, deployment, initialization. The same process would be followed as such. So we have created this project for types. Next, we need to get the lib.rs file. Also, here we need to get the name service interface rs file from the source and the cargo.toml files. So these contracts serve as the dependency for this name service contract. So let us start with the types source lib.rs. We will copy this code and then move on to here types source lib.rs. We will replace the default contract with the contact details that we have for this particular smart contract. We'll create the another file that we are required, which is name service interface.rs. We'll add it here and then let us copy this code and add it here. So this is done. Name service interface. Next we have is cargo terminal. We'll copy this cargo terminal. Replace the existing one with this one. So we are done with the initial process for the types dependency. Now we move on to name service installation. So as a part of this, again we are required to create a new project. We'll copy this command. If you notice, we are still at naming service directory. So we can create the name service project here. And as we already have code open, we can see this name service project which has got created just now. This is the lib.rs file we have, which will be required to replace. right? So as we notice, we need to replace this lib.rs file and the cargo.toml file. So this time we'll go to name service, source, lib.rs, copy this smart contract file, put it here, go to cargo.toml and replace the content with the cargo.toml we have in the GitHub repo. We'll copy this and put it here. So this part is done. Now we come back to our readme. We'll build the name service contract. So as we know, we'll go to the name service folder and then do cargo L1X build. So one thing that you need to note is we are not doing the cargo build or compilation for the types separately in this case, right? We are only building the name service contract. So we'll do cargo L1X build. So as we know, we'll be getting a object file created, and once the object file is created, we'll go for the deployment process. So as a part of the deployment, as we know, we are required to import a private key, have some wallet with the faucet. So if you remember, we are using the Super's wallet for this entire process of the contract deployment. So for the deployment process, as we can notice, the contract has got compiled and the object file has been created. So for the deployment process, we will start with what? We will first ensure that we are using the node version 18 to import the wallet, and then we'll use the command L1X CLI beta wallet import and provide the private key of the super. Okay, so the wallet has been imported. Now we can deploy the smart contract. Okay, so the contract is getting deployed, and at this stage we can initialize the name service contract. So as we notice, we don't have any arguments to be passed as such. Here we need to replace it with the deployed contract address. We'll copy it and put it here. Let us initialize it. Once the service contract is initialized, then we can move on to the usage of the smart contract. As a part of usage, we'll be able to see how the functionality is working. So the scenario that we are working is Eva registers a new name, and then Eva changes the name to the changes the owner of the name to Emma, and then Emma changes the name of the resolver to her own address. Okay, so you can take any name that you would like to give for your purpose. So let us start with the first step, register root name. So Eva registers a new root name. Here we have taken the example of name service.l1x. You can give any root name. Here as argument, root name to be registered. Apart from that, we have the resolver. So Eva's wallet address will be using as the resolver. And apart from that, as we know, we are required to provide the initialized contact address. So we'll copy this command, go to the terminal and replace the details. So we'll start with the first initialized contact address, so that we don't miss out on anything if we update the details randomly. We'll copy this, put it here. Next comes the argument name that we want to give. So we are giving the name as name underscore service dot L1X. This is the name registered, and we need to give resolver as the Ava's wallet address in this case. So now one thing that we need to notice before we move ahead is Ava is registering a root name. So in this case, we need to ensure that we are actually registering it using Ava's wallet address. So one thing that will be required to do before actually we run this command is to import Ava's wallet, because as of now what is happening is we are using the Super's wallet, right? This wallet, Super's wallet, to execute the command. So for the timing, I'll skip this and I'll go to wallet import, and I'll import the wallet of Ava. So this you need to take care that you don't miss on this. I'm copying Ava's private key, right? Putting it here. So this wallet is imported, and now what I'll do is I'll set Ava as the default wallet. Ava's wallet at the default wallet, so that the reason being that we are not using Super's wallet for these transactions. So I'm using the command L1X CLI beta wallet default, and I'm copying the wallet address of Ava. So yes, now the default wallet has been set, and it will be better to now register the root name. I'm copying this command, putting it here, and as we had seen just now, we'll simply update these details. That is the name service initialized contact address. We need it, right? So this is our initialized contact address. Apart from that, the root name that we want to register, so as we had seen, we are using the name service dot L1X, and resolver is Ava's wallet address. So this is Ava's wallet address, which we need to copy and put it here. And now we are making the call to actually register the root name. So once the root name is registered, now we can check the name information. So initially Ava checks the names owned by her. So in this command, we are using the method list owned names, where we are giving user, in the sense wallet address, as the argument. So this call has run. Now we'll be required to first of all provide the initialized contact address. So this is my initialized contact address. Copy it, put it here, and then we need to give the user as the Ava's wallet address. So as we know, this is Ava's wallet address, right? I'll put it here, and let us see. So we are trying to get what? List owned names. So yes, we are able to see the own name, and notice the details that we are able to see. First is a name, that is name underscore service dot L1X that we registered. Next is resolver. Who is the resolver? So while registering the root name, we had given the wallet address of Eva, which is appearing here. And who is the owner? So as we know, we have used Eva's wallet. So Eva is the owner of this name service as such. Now next comes is to check exclusively only the resolver for the registered name. So if you notice, as an argument we are giving the registered root name. So let us run this command. We are required to replace this with the initialized contact address. So we will simply copy this contact address that we have, put it here, and the name that we have registered. So I am giving the name that we registered was name service dot L1X, right? So let us run this command. Get who is the resolver. So notice we are getting Eva's wallet address as the resolver for this registered name. Now Eva checks the owner of the registered name. Okay, so seems that the command has not got copied. We'll copy it again. Again we need to update the contract instance address. Apart from that, we need to give the name, registered root name for which we are trying to get the owner. So name service dot L1X is the name. Let us try to get the owner. So yes, we are getting Eva's wallet address as the owner of this root name, which means that the name has got registered successfully with the other details. Now we come to step 3, which is change name owner. So Eva changes the registered name's owner to Emma's. So now we are using the method transfer name, where arguments that are passed is name, that is registered root name, and the wallet address of the new owner. We'll have to put the name service contact address as we know. And pass the arguments. What is the registered root name that we want to transfer? That is name underscore service dot L1X. And what is the Emma's wallet address? So we'll replace this as well. So we'll copy Emma's wallet address from here, put it here, and run it. So using Eva's wallet address, we are transferring this name, since Eva is the owner of this name as of now. So this has run successfully. Now Eva checks the name information again. So first of all, she checks names owned by her. So since Eva has actually transferred the only name she had created to Emma, we should be getting a null response for this. So we had just run the command. So let us try to get the command again from the log. Ours was list owned names, right? Yeah, this is the one. I'll just move Happy to hear. List own names. Yes. Let us try to run it. Just give me a sec. So we'll run this. So as expected, we are getting null response. This is correct because Eva has transferred the name to Emma. Next we will check Eva checks name owned by Emma. So in this case, we need to give Emma's wallet address in the argument. So we'll run the same command again, but then we will change this with Emma's wallet address. So this is Emma's wallet address. We'll put it here and try to get the names owned by Emma. So now if you notice in the output, we're able to see the name owned by Emma. Now one thing that you notice is the resolver is still Eva, whereas the owner is Emma. So next what we can do is we can check the resolver for the registered name. Okay, we can check the owner of the registered name. So we'll skip this as we are able to see the details here itself, right? Fifth step is change name resolver. So as of now, Emma is the owner of the name and Emma changes the resolver address to her own. So for this, one thing that we need to take care is only the owner of the name can do this. So this command has to be run on behalf of Emma. So what does it mean? It means that we are required to import Emma's wallet and then set it to default so that Emma can change the name resolver. So for this purpose, first of all, let us import the wallet. So we have the command to import the wallet L1X CLI beta wallet import, and will put Emma's private key to import the wallet. So this is done. Now I will set it to the default wallet. And use the address of the Emma. So this has been set to default. Now we will copy this command to change the resolver. Okay, so let us have a quick look. For this method, change name resolver, what are the arguments that we provide? We provide the registered root name and the wallet address of the new resolver. Fine. I'll paste this command here. And the practice that we are following will start with the update of initialized contact address first. So this is our initialized contact address. We'll copy it, put it here, mention the registered root name. So it is name service.l1x, and then we'll specify Emma's wallet address as the new resolver. So let us copy Emma's wallet address and run the command. So once we run the command, next is we can check the name information. So Emma can check the owned list of owned names, right? So as we had seen, we had run this command. So let us try to run the command again. So yes, this is done. Now what I want to do is I simply want to view list of owned name, and if you notice, the user in the sense wallet address is of Emma. Previously we were able to see the details, but the resolver was Ava's wallet address. Now let us see what are the details. Okay, fine. So if you notice, we have resolver as Emma's wallet address and owner was also Emma, right? So in the sense, we have been successfully able to change the resolver name. And in the same sense, if you would just like to specifically check only the resolver name for the name service, will be able to find. And even we can check for the owner of the registered name, which we had run previously. So just let us run these previous commands quickly. So we have this list of commands already run, right? Owner of we have and resolve name. So let us run this resolve name first. So as we notice, we are getting the name of the wallet address of Emma now. And in the same sense, if I want to run the owner of, yes, this is the one command for the name service. So as we notice, Emma is the owner. So this is the way we can use the name service contract successfully to get the service of naming in L1X blockchain network. So this is it for today. See you in the next video. Thank you.